There is a place on Earth, a place that holds a secret forgotten even by civilizations themselves. Baalbek, an ancient city in the heart of Lebanon, beyond time and comprehension. Massive stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons. So huge, so perfectly crafted that even with today's technology, it would be impossible to move them. So who built this thousands of years ago? The Romans, the Phoenicians, or an ancient civilization long forgotten by humanity itself? Or perhaps, could it be the work of another world? The mystery of Baalbek remains unsolved to this day. But one thing is certain: if we can uncover this secret, it might change everything we know about history forever. If you're ready, we're about to dive into one of the greatest mysteries of human history, into the heart of Baalbek. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Your support means a lot to me. Welcome to my channel, Discovery of the Mystery, where we will uncover the secrets. Baalbek is one of those places that seems to defy explanation. Nestled in modern-day Lebanon, this ancient site is famous for its towering Roman temples, built to honor Jupiter, Venus, and Bacchus. But as impressive as those ruins are, they sit on something far older, something far stranger: the Baalbek megaliths. These stones are impossibly massive. The largest among them, known as the Trilithon, consists of 3 limestone blocks, each weighing between 800 and 1,000 tons. They are placed perfectly, stacked 12 meters above the ground with no visible mortar, as if they were gently lowered into place. But the real mystery is the stone of the pregnant woman, an even larger block weighing an estimated 1,200 tons. But what if it was never meant to be moved? What secrets does it still guard, lying abandoned for thousands of years? Except no one knows how that could have been possible. Theories about how these stones were transported and placed range from conventional to controversial. The mainstream belief is that the Romans were responsible. After all, they were master builders, constructing aqueducts, temples, and roads that have stood for thousands of years. Some historians suggest that they had the means to move the megaliths using cranes, pulleys, and sheer manpower. But there's a problem with this explanation. No known Roman engineering feats come close to moving stones of this size. Even their most advanced construction projects never attempted to lift anything close to 1,000 tons. It's almost as if the Romans themselves stumbled upon a sacred site whose true origins were already lost to time. That's why some researchers believe Baalbek predates the Romans entirely. Some accounts suggest that the site was originally built by the Phoenicians, an ancient maritime civilization that once ruled the Mediterranean. Interestingly, the very name Baalbek is believed to originate from the ancient god Baal, one of the most powerful deities of the Mesopotamian and Levantine regions. In Semitic languages, Baal means Lord, Master, or God, and throughout history, this figure appeared in various forms across different cultures. For the Phoenicians, Baal was the god of the sky, storms, rain, fertility, and even war. During times of drought, storms, or conflict, people would offer prayers and sacrifices to him. Baalbek literally means the city of Baal or the temple of Baal. In ancient times, this area was considered a sacred center dedicated to the worship of Baal. Rituals and ceremonies held in its grand temples were believed to be powerful enough to call the god down from the heavens. Over time, even as the Greeks and Romans took control of the region, the Baal cult survived, merging with new names and beliefs. The Romans eventually associated Baal with Jupiter and built the colossal Temple of Jupiter on the same sacred ground. Even today, many believe that the foundations of this massive Roman temple still carry traces of an even older era. Others push the timeline even further back, claiming that the site is pre-Phoenician, meaning it could be thousands of years older than recorded history suggests. If true, that would mean a lost civilization, not Rome, was responsible for moving these stones. But if that's the case, who were they? And more importantly, how did they do it? There are those who believe Baalbek was built using a lost form of ancient technology. Perhaps the builders had an advanced understanding of counterweights, pressure manipulation, or even sound frequencies that could make heavy objects easier to move. Some speculate that the answer lies in forgotten techniques, methods of construction that have been erased by time, lost before they could ever be written down. If we knew how they did it, what else might we discover about the ancient world? And then there's the most controversial theory of all, that Baalbek's stones were moved with the help of something beyond human ability. Ancient astronaut theorists have pointed to the sheer size and impossible precision of the megaliths, suggesting that Baalbek may have once been a landing site for extraterrestrial visitors. Some believe that its position, its alignment, and its construction indicate that it was more than just a temple. It was something older, something built for a purpose we don't yet understand. There's no solid evidence for this, but the idea has persisted for decades. Could it be that Baalbek was never built for humans, but for beings from the stars? The only thing we know for sure is that no one has been able to explain how these massive stones were transported. They still stand before us as one of the greatest engineering mysteries of the ancient world. If a civilization was capable of moving and placing these stones thousands of years ago, what else might they have been able to do? And what other secrets could still be hidden beneath the ruins of Baalbek? The massive stones of Baalbek have stood silently for thousands of years. Neither Roman engineering nor the history we know can explain these mysterious stones. Perhaps these stones are a message left to us from an ancient age. Or maybe they are the last traces of a lost civilization or knowledge erased from human history. We have yet to solve this mystery. Who knows? Maybe, hidden deep in the past, even greater secrets are waiting. Secrets that could rewrite the history of humanity. So what do you think? You can share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. You can support my channel by liking and commenting on my content. Until we meet again.